Constraining and dimensioning 2D sketches using AutoCAD 2013 educational version. In this tutorial we will understand how constraints and dimensioning affects your 2D sketch. To begin with, we will start by creating a 2D sketch on any plane. Once in the sketch editor, I'm going to draw a simple circle and hit escape to exit the command. You'll see now that there are no dimensions on the sketch and I can move this around in the sketch area. To begin with, I will dimension to the center, and we're going to give this a dimension of 0.5. You will notice in the bottom right hand corner it says 2 dimensions needed. What this means is there's 2 dimensions needed to fully constrain the object in place. My second dimension will be from the origin up, and I'm going to lock this in place at 0.5. You'll notice now in the bottom right corner there is 1 dimension needed to fully constrain it. What this means is if I exit the dimension command is I can take the circle and you can see that I can modify the size of it, but I don't know the size. So I will dimension finally the last dimension. We're going to put it as 0.5. You'll see the color of the circle changes blue, and in the bottom right hand corner fully constrained is there. The next example will be with lines. If I take a line and I draw it straight up, you're going to see that the vertical constraint button appears. When I come off to the side, to the right, you're going to see that the perpendicular constraint button appears, and I click. Right mouse click, exit the command. When I click this line and move it, you can see now that the line will move up and down and side to side and change in size. If I need to constrain it, it says down here I need 4 dimensions needed. So I would simply dimension here. I now need 2, which would obviously be to the origin. But now, when I escape out of the dimension command, I can move this, but you can see I cannot change the size of the lines. If I want to be able to change the size of the lines or have these lines go on angles, I need to show the constraints. In the bottom corner, or bottom here, you see show all constraints. And you can see there's a perpendicular constraint and a vertical constraint. I can click, right mouse click, and delete these constraints. And once they're deleted, I can then move and adjust the line in any dimension I want. You will notice that the lengths of the lines remain the same because I have a dimension. Okay, I can simply put the constraints back. I can click on a vertical constraint up in the constraints ribbon area and it will automatically put it to a vertical constraint. And I can go back to the perpendicular constraint and perpendicularly place it to this vertical constraint. And you see they're back. I still need my 2 dimensions to fully constrain it. I would start from the origin and go over to this line, and we're just going to say it's 0.4, and now I'm 1 dimension, and finally this dimension here, this would need a distance from here to the origin, and we'll just leave it at that. And you'll see now it's fully constrained. This concludes the tutorial on how to add and remove constraints to fully constrain objects in a sketch.